Hello again, School District of Washington staff. You've now reached the fourth stage in the Google Classroom tutorial series. In this video, we will briefly look at creating and sharing materials. You will likely wish to share digital resources with your students that are needed to supplement learning activities. These may include PDF copies of texts or maps or other materials, YouTube or other videos, photos, external website links, and other such items. Google Classroom refers to these as materials. So far, after we established our classroom course, we shared information and topics, and we discussed materials briefly when we added teacher contact information and course syllabi and expectations, but we're now going to take a deeper look at how to upload, link, and share these materials out easily for your students to have access. To begin, we're going to be on our classroom page and choose classwork at the top of the screen. We will again click Create, and then we will choose Material. When we choose Material, we are required to give it a title. So I'm going to call mine Introductory Materials. And beneath, I can add a description if I had to give instructions for my students. So I might say something here like, watch the attached video and review the website containing the school calendar. Those are two of the things I'm about to link up here. So if I do that, I now have a description and a title for my students, and then I can add my resources. So I can choose Add, and I have four options here. Google Drive, if I go there, I get a number of search fields, and I can simply find the file in my drive that I'm wanting to share with students. So I will pick that, double click it, and it appears here as a resource material. If I go back to Add, I can choose a web link. So in order to do that, I simply have to grab that link from a website, paste it into the box, and choose Add Link. Very simple. File, I would upload something from my Chromebook or my H drive or something similar. So that's a simple upload. I would select the file from my device, and then I would choose it, and I would choose Upload, and it would bring it up onto my resources page. And then the last option I had was for YouTube. YouTube is going to be one of your more common materials that you use here. So what we would do is find a YouTube video we liked. We would get the URL for it, paste it, search for it, choose it, and click Add. And you'll see now I've added all of these materials here for my students. They are not assignments. They are items that I wanted the students to have access to as resources. On the right-hand side of the screen, as with before, I can choose which course sections I want this posting to be shared with, which students, if appropriate, and then under which topic I would like this to be nested. So for example, if I chose week 1, August 24th through 28th as my topic, that's where these materials will go. Then I'm going to go up in the upper right corner, and I'm going to notice the Post button. But before clicking it, I do have some options. If I use the drop down immediately to the right of the button, I can click Post, which would immediately deploy the materials to my classwork page. I can choose Schedule, and this would allow me to choose a date and time when I wanted these materials to be deployed to students. I'm going to cancel that for the time being. Or I would choose Save Draft, and it would basically save this in limbo until I was ready to add more materials or edit it or then finally publish it. And then finally a discard draft option exists if we just want to start from scratch or get rid of this. For the scheduling, this is most advisable when you wish to keep items from being shared ahead of time, especially in the case of assessments. So if you were giving an assessment through Google Classroom and were sharing a story, an image, a map, something like that, a copy of the periodic table perhaps, you may not want that to be out there for your students to view until it is time for them to take the assessment. So schedule you will use rarely, but it does help in the case of assessments especially. We don't need any of these for this particular activity, so we're going to just choose Post. It's going to tell us it's posting, and we're going to come back to our classwork page now, and I put that under quarter 1. Week 1, August 24th and 28th. You'll see introductory materials. That's what I just did. If I open this, you will see that my students right here can click on all of these. It's very simple. They choose the material and then pick whatever link is appropriate. So adding materials, a simple process. If you fail to assign your material to a topic, as we learned before, it will appear on the classwork page but not under any heading. And you can simply drag and drop the material under the appropriate topic if you choose to do so. We have a couple more tutorials left in our series. Next, we're going to take a look at creating assignments for your students, followed by asking questions of your students using the Google Classroom platform. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you next time.